Moving right along into the next segment. If you don't believe what I'm fucking talking about, we're about to go over a string of fires destroyed food processing facilities across America. And we're going to go over some of the fucking food facilities that were destroyed. I mean, I think one was a potato chip factory, which, besides the loss of potatoes, that could have been other ways when shit gets bad. It's not really a huge blow to our ability to feed ourselves. However, that's not the point. A bunch of our facilities are fucking burning down and shit and being destroyed. In an era where the fucking global community is saying that there's going to be a fucking food famine coming. Like, that you're trying to like control people, you're trying to say you will own nothing and be happy with the Great Reset and whatnot, and you're trying to reduce all these fucking eugenicists like Bill Gates and shit talking about fucking reducing the population size and whatnot, and and now all this is fucking happening. It's hard for me to fucking say it's a fucking conspiracy, but it's also fucking hard for me to acknowledge it's could not be experience. It could be coincidental. I mean, it is what it is. You guys can make up your own mind on what you believe. I know what I believe. I know what you know what I believe. You can believe what you want to believe, and I encourage you to like seek out other sources and make up your own mind because let's be face it, that's how fucking winning is done. But let's get into this article. A string of fires destroyed food processing facilities across America. This is the Vision Times. I don't know how credible or I don't know much about this news outlet, but it is what it is. A curious string of fires and plane crashes over the last month have destroyed the facilities of at least 5 major food processors across 4 different states, exacerbating and escalating inflation and supply chain crises that is quickly becoming chronic. Everything that keeps happening keeps targeting our same fucking problem, and that, like, it's hard for me not to think that it's intentional. You know what I mean? It's fucking hard. Uh, I don't want to fucking say it is though because I could be wrong and that's not good reporting. But you're making it difficult. My head's exploding. The most recent incident appears to be a destruction of Oregon-based Azure Standard's joint headquarters and warehouse facilities during the night of April 18th. Azure Standard headquarters in the text of an email alerting affiliates to the damage. The company described itself as the U.S.'s largest independent food distributor, so Azure Standard headquarters was destroyed. And note that basically any liquid product such as honey, oil, or vinegar will be out of stock as a result of the damage. Azure Standard also states it lost its fruit packaging and carob product facility in the blaze, but expects limited effects as the result of the fruit harvesting season not yet being in swing. So they think they can recover from that, but we've lost a lot of our honey, oil, vinegar, and such fucking food processing capabilities from the loss of this plant. That's going to severely limit these resources, which are already limited because of pandemic lockdown fuckery. You know, it is what it is. Emerging societal crisis. Fires hit Russian research center. Whatever. Largest chemical plant on the same day. Critical U.S. power grid. Hardwire full open with backdoors. One cis. I mean, are we fighting a cold or a hot fucking cyber war with Russia? We'll get into that a little bit later, though. The blaze appears to have received most zero media attention, only being covered in a terse rewrite of the press release by small-town media outlet Columbia Gorge News and Columbia Community Connection News (CCCC) blog. CCC reported that records from the local county sheriff's log stated lights flickering. They heard a pop and went up there to check it out, and there was a fire. By the time the fire responders arrived with only 1 truck and 4 men, there were already a hole in the roof with flames bursting forth. It took approximately 45 minutes for reinforcement units to arrive. According to the outlet company, CEO David Stelzer was on the scene when the fire occurred. Additional Fire Chief John Kaiser Jr. was paraphrased as stating that Stelzer was removing paperwork from the building when his initial crew arrived on scene. Kaiser was further paraphrased as stating the building was loaded with fuels including vegetable and nut oils made from canola, coconut, and olives, much which made the fire difficult to handle with the water as foam-based products and require smother the flames. So like fucking oil fires took down this place, right? Taylor Farms. On April 13th, a major food California processing plant belonging to Taylor Farms burnt almost completely to the ground. USA Today affiliate to the Californian quoted Deputy Fire Chief Sam Clemix as saying about 85% to 95% of the building is a total loss. Boom, whole fucking facility gone. The article states the facility employed almost 1,000 people. There are parts of the building that are separate and they're still operational. As far as the main processing facility, it's considered a total loss. The blaze was especially significant as local residents fell under a shelter-in-place order resulting from the risk of 35,000 pounds of anhydrous ammonia held on site, which although fortunately avoided catching fire and exploding disastrously, nonetheless suffered a moderate leak that has been secured on site. They're saying it's a fucking leak, so this could be collapsing infrastructure and not a cyber attack. But if it was a cyber attack, they probably wouldn't tell you. But we're gonna keep going. Like again, state processing. The same day as Taylor Farm, an airplane crashed into this fucking potato processing plant. And then you got Maricopa Food Pantry on the 28th of March. Local food bank lost 50 pounds worth of food in a fire that conveniently started 15 minutes after everyone left.
Winning. No.
Shearer's Foods on March 22nd. Tri-City Herald reported that the Shearer's Foods potato chip plant in Hermiston, Oregon was gone after a boiler exploded. Far from isolated, these are several additional instances of similar calamities in recent. On March 31st, Texas-based Rio Fresh suffered a fire that severely damaged an onion processing facility. Like, you see where I'm going with this? On March 16th, a massive fire wiped out Walmart Fulfillment Center in Plainsville, Indiana. For New Hampshire's East Conway beef and pork disaster struck on April 11th when a fire broke out seriously enough that it took respondents 16 hours to extinguish. That's fucked up. This is what's going on in our country right now. We are under attack, whether it's fucking karma, a series of unfortunate events, if global food shortages with the shitty government that we have making the shitty policies that resulted in the shitty fucking shortages where they want to send fucking food to other countries when we're losing the ability to feed ourselves. We can't allow, this shit can't be ignored at all. It can't be ignored. We have to do something because obviously our fucking food system, whether it's intentional or unintentional, is fucking falling apart. And we kind of need food to live. I'm just fucking saying. Thank you for checking out this clip of my Thought of the Day podcast. You can catch this podcast every Tuesday through Friday at that'sonpoint.info by 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, because that's how winning is done. New clips go out daily. And we can't do this without you, so we appreciate your support. With that being said, consider joining for $5 a month, and you get early access to the uncensored version of this, early access to our weekly That's On Point podcast, and access to exclusive content only for members. All the money that we receive is going to go funnel back into this to hire more journalists and do more things for you guys, because that's how winning is done. It really is. We got a merch store and stuff. You can help there, and if you can't help via money, you can always just leave a comment, and share this out there, because that helps us more than you can immensely know. That's the best way to help. Just leave a comment, and share. And if you're listening to us, leave a review. Leave a good review. Help us boost us in the podcast ratings and get us up there, because that's how winning is done. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.